Well, good evening, Council, and Happy New Year. I would love to call the first council meeting of 2022, January 11th, to order. First up on the agenda, 2.1, adoption of the agenda for this evening's meeting of council. Recommendation here that the be adopted as amended to include item 8.6, which is the reactivation of our COVID-19 operating policy. What say you?
I'll move that.
Councillor Pearson, Councillor Blanchette. Any further additions or amendments? Hearing none, are there any opposed? It's carried. Item 3.1, adoption of the minutes of the December 14th, 2021 regular meeting of council be adopted as presented.
I will.
Councillor McLean, Councillor G, are there any omissions or errors arising? Are there any opposed? It's carried. 3.2, adoption of the minutes of the December 14th, 2021 public hearing be adopted as presented. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Pearson, are there any errors or omissions arising from that evening or from that public hearing? Any opposed? It's carried. We do have under 6.1 some correspondence for action and a recommendation to council regarding the appointment to the Valemount Community Forest and the Valemount Industrial Park Board of Directors. And the recommendation coming to us this evening is that Gerhard Oberauer be appointed as director to the boards of both the Valemount Community Forest Co. Limited and the Valemount Industrial Park Co. Limited. Councillor Pearson, Councillor Blanchette, discussion.
Nice to see a new face on there.
Councillor Pearson, thank you. Councillor Blanchette.
Really wonderful addition. I wish everybody the best of luck. It's going to be a fabulous team.
Indeed. Are there any opposed? It's carried. Is there anything under item 7, the reading file, that council would like to bring forward? The item 3, Northern Community, the immunization coverage for January. It's going to be really tough to catch up to Kitimat and their 106%. But we'll keep trying. It's nice to see Valemount is above the 90% percentile for dose 1, and probably the largest increase in uptake I've seen in some time, with 5% for that third dose. Administrative reports. We do have 8.1 service funding agreement between the Village of Valemount and Tourism Valemount Society. Councillor Pearson.
Yeah, I'd like to recuse myself, as I am currently sitting as the chair of that committee.
Thank you very much. Councillor Pearson is patiently waiting in the waiting room. The recommendation here that staff be directed to enter into a service and funding agreement with Tourism Valemount Society regarding the implementation of the municipal and regional district tax. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor G, discussion. We've grown a beautiful thing. May it run free and with success. Are there any opposed? It is carried. Give us a second while we readmit Councillor Pearson. Welcome back, Councillor. We are going to enter a service and funding agreement with Tourism Valemount Society.
Okay, thank you very much.
8.2, 2022 Canada Summer Jobs Program. Recommendation here that staff be directed to apply to the Canada Summer Jobs Program for the wage subsidy for 2 Visitor Information Center counselors.
I move.
Councillor McLean, Councillor G, discussion. Are there any opposed? It's carried. 8.3, Northern Development Initiative Trust, the Love Northern BC program, and recommendation here that staff be directed to apply to the NDIT Love Northern BC program in the amount of $1,200 for the 2022 year. Councillor Pearson, Councillor Blanchette, discussion. Always great to have partners like the NDIT.
Mhm.
Are there any opposed? It is carried. 8.4, we do have a lease agreement to consider at 99 Gore Street with Robson Valley Community Services. Councillor Blanchette.
I would like to recuse myself as I'm chair of that committee.
Thank you. Councillor G.
I'd also like to recuse as I'm an employee of that organization.
Thank you very much. So the recommendation here that staff be directed into a lease agreement with Robson Valley Community Services for offices and kitchen space on the second floor of the Community Services building located at 99 Gore Street. Councillor Pearson. Councillor McLean, discussion. Councillor Pearson.
Yeah, just clarifying too in the discussion on it, they will not be the sole occupant of the building, as VES and VCTV are still currently leasing that building.
Correct. Councillor McLean.
That was exactly what I was about to say.
Are there any opposed? It's carried. Just wait for the two councillors to come back in. Councillors Blanchette and G, we are entering into a lease agreement with RVCS.
Great, thanks.
8.5, temporary use permit 22-01 at 1301 9th Avenue. Recommendation here that temporary use permit 2201 for 1301 9th Avenue, legally described as Lot 2, District Lot 7355, Caribou District Plan EPP 44330, proposing a temporary residential structure for 2 years, be given initial approval. Councillor McLean, Councillor Blanchette, discussion. I'm liking that we're seeing more and more applications to be made into compliance. It's good to see. Further discussion? Are there any opposed? It's carried. 8.6, reactivation of COVID-19 operating policy number 77. Report be received. Councillor Pearson, Councillor G, discussion. Councillor Pearson.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate we have to go this direction, but the way things are going, hopefully it's a short-term solution to what we're dealing with. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly hopefully it is. Are there any opposed? It's carried. Item 9.1, Village of Valemount Municipal and Regional District Tax Bylaw number 852/2022. Recommendation here that Village of Valemount Municipal and Regional District Tax Bylaw number 852/2022 be given first, second, and third reading. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor G, discussion. Councillor G.
I just noticed a minor typo in and whereas. It says 3% and then in brackets 2%. So it's just a typo, I believe.
Some housekeeping issues there, Councillor Pearson, or is that what you needed to comment on?
yeah, and just to clarify, we did go with the ask for 2% and took the 3% off the board. So it should stay 2%. Sorry, I didn't catch that either.
Certainly we can clear that up even at third read, even though we adopt third reading.
Mhm.
Ms. Shepherd, do you have any comments on that?
I would actually adopt third reading as amended, or first, second, and third as amended to clarify that it is 2%.
2% as amended. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor G, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Are there any opposed? It's carried. Are there any notices of motion coming forward this evening? Moving on to Councillor Pearson.
We skipped 9.2.
Absolutely, we did. Thank you very much. I don't like fees and charges. Village of Valemount fee under 9.2, Village of Valemount fees and charges amendment bylaw number 855 2022 be given first, second, and third reading. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Pearson, discussion. Are there any opposed? It's carried. Now, under item 11, are there any notices of motion coming forward? Councillor Blanchette?
I would like to ask that we look into full-time ambulance staff this year. I've sent out an email to our paramedic chief. He thinks it's a great idea. He's in support. He'd like to see if we could perhaps get together and have a discussion about this moving forward, how to go about doing that. I think we can all agree to have full-time staff here, and a full-time ambulance that's always in Valemount is to the benefit of everybody. So I'd like to start whatever wheels in motion, pardon the pun, that we have to do to get this moving.
Those wheels have been turning since September at UBCM.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I think
we've been in discussions with the union. We've been in discussions with a hybrid full-time ER attendees with both BC Emergency Health Services and Northern Health participating in that funding model. Just awaiting some feedback from both Ministry of Health, Northern Health, and BC Emergency Services.
do we have any kind of time frame on when we'll have some kind of correspondence?
No, I just reached out today to wish the president of the BC Paramedics Association a Happy New Year, and to see if he's heard of any musings coming out of his counterparts in Victoria.
Okay, so we've got it top of mind and we'll keep it on the top of our calendars. It'd be a really great thing to be able to have that done by the time the elections are ready to go, have that done. So that'd be nice.
Definitely possible. We're identifying gaps every single day.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any, I see in the chat, there's no public comment. Okay. So we should have council reports way before public comment. 12.1 council reports. It's been a while since we've done a virtual setting. Councillor McLean.
The only thing I had that was within this frame was an entertainment society budget meeting. Otherwise, nothing.
Okay. Councillor Pearson, same side of the room.
Okay. Nothing to report due to the holiday season. Meetings were quite scarce.
Excellent. Councillor Blanchette.
I just had one item. I stepped in for you for that North Regional Mayors, Chairs, and Ministers meeting. It was absolutely fantastic. I would like to attend every time. I got a lot out of it. I do have notes, and I'm sorry I don't have them with me. I cleaned my office, and I can't find anything now. But it was truly amazing. There were so many ideas, so many positive energy in that meeting. It was just wonderful.
I'm sure that the topic matter was awesome.
Yeah. That's all I
Anything
have.
further? That's it?
Yep.
Thank you. Councillor G?
I don't have anything to report. It was pretty quiet holiday season.
Good. Glad to hear it. Some recharging, it sounds.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Mhm.
Lots of puppy time.
Excellent. Well, on December the 15th, I had a CBT Housing Initiatives Committee meeting, followed by an Econ 911 discussion with the Regional District Fraser Fort George. On the 16th was a full Regional District Day, starting with Public Safety and Emergency Management, Environment and Parks, Regional Hospital Board, and an open board meeting. On the 21st, we had our holiday COVID announcement, letting us know that certainly Omicron was rapidly spreading and a transmission rate well above Delta, but with fewer hospitalizations. No comment on the state of symptoms amongst patients. And then immediately following that, had a briefing with them on emergency services on that same subject matter. January 4th, took in the, COVID update. And then today it was announced that still due with the extensive highway damage from our November rains, the BC state of provincial emergency has been extended for another 2 weeks. Motion to receive, please. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor McLean, any discussion on council reports? Are there any opposed? It's carried. Still no public comment shown on our feed to YouTube, so I'll ask for adjournment. Councillor Pearson. Thank you very much, all.
Good night, all.
Thank you.